What's going on, guys? Danny here. Today we're going to be talking about why most Amazon sellers or why some Amazon sellers wind up failing along their journey. This might not be a permanent failure, right? But here are some of the reasons that some businesses may close up shop or initially why they may have to kind of take a break from it. Let's get into it. So we got 5 reasons here of why Amazon businesses fail. And the first one is going to be a lack of capital. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean your business is going to fail, but it also means that your business isn't really growing, which can lead to discouragement and then to you eventually stopping. If you're starting with a limited amount of capital, like $500 or even $1,000, it's extremely hard to see the growth potential in it because you're not able to order a ton of products in the beginning, and especially if you don't want to leverage credit because there's a chance you may not be able to pay back that credit card payment on time, then you'll get hit with interest and penalties. You're going to see slower growth in the beginning when you have a lack of capital, which, like I said, can lead to discouragement and then to eventually, you're not wanting to do it anymore, which sucks. I mean, it is difficult to scale rapidly a business with lack of capital, but eventually once it gets going, you're a few months down the line, even a year down the line, at that point you're able to get out loans. You'll have more capital and you'll be more versed in the business. So if you are facing a lack of capital right now, just stick with it because eventually it snowballs. It will get bigger and bigger and bigger exponentially. The next reason why Amazon businesses fail is they are not sourcing enough. So if you're not sourcing enough products, you're not growing, right? If you want to double your Amazon business, you got to double the amount of products you have in inventory. And specifically, you need to double the amount of listings. You need more listings. You need more products. That's how you grow an Amazon business. And by not sourcing enough, by not putting that main focus on sourcing and finding products, your business is not going to grow. And that's just how it is. And then eventually, like the reason before, it can lead to discouragement and you'll fail. That's just kind of how it goes. If you're not sourcing enough, unfortunately, that is what happens. The next reason why Amazon businesses fail, and this could be a permanent failure here, is suspensions. Now, if you get suspended on Amazon, there's a number of reasons why you could get suspended. It could be defective products, late shipment rates, order defect rate, you're drop shipping from, let's say, Walmart or a distributor, and the box has their brand name on it, which can lead to you getting suspended. A whole bunch of reasons. Once you get suspended on Amazon, it is a little bit difficult to come back from. It's not impossible at all. By any means, it's not impossible, but it tends to be a little bit difficult. And suspensions are not good for anyone. No one likes to get suspended, and sometimes they can be permanent suspensions, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Unless you wanted to open up an account in another person's name and do it that way, but then that is risk being suspended as well. The biggest thing I would say about suspensions is make sure you're staying on top of your ODR, your order defect rate, your late shipment rate. You should never be shipping products late, and that's only for merchant fulfilled FBA. There is no late shipment rate. All of that falls on Amazon for FBA. But if you are merchant fulfilling products, make sure you can get the products out when you say you can, because there's certain ways to make an MF listing more eligible for the buy box, and some of you may know it, but it's by lowering your handling time or lowering what you're saying the shipment time is actually going to be. Make sure you're being truthful, and make sure if you say you can get a product out today or the next day, you actually have to do it, because that will greatly affect your obviously your late shipment rate, and then it can lead to suspensions. The next item here is going to be complacency. And now this kind of goes with not sourcing enough, because complacency is kind of like when you found a few winning products and you're moving along, you're selling them, and then all of a sudden, boom, either you can't get those products anymore, the price doubled, or that product hit a leads list and now you got 200 sellers on it and it's not profitable anymore. By not sourcing enough, you didn't diversify. And because you were complacent on those few products or that one product or however many products, once those go away, your Amazon business is gone. And then now, because you haven't been sourcing enough and learning those strategies, there's going to be discouragement that's going to set in. And you're just not going to want to – you're going to want that easy – you want to find that easy product again when you can't, because that was your product. You can't find it again, and now it's gone. So you need to make sure you're sourcing constantly to prevent these kinds of problems. I know I always say this, you need to be sourcing, but that's truly the way you grow and maintain an Amazon business is by sourcing more products. That is the only way, and I'll forever continue to say that. The next item here, the last one, is going to be bankruptcy. So in this case, it would be ordering a ton of products that are not profitable, or they were profitable when you ordered them and then now they're not. A great example of this I just heard recently from someone who said they ordered, I think it was a bunch of like phones or a certain type of like small electronic. I think it was a phone, like a Google phone or something. And they had purchased it from a liquidator, and they had purchased like 5,000 units, and the liquidator told them that there was only 5,000 units that they had. In reality, that liquidator had like 25,000 or 30,000 units who they also sold it to other Amazon sellers. So you get screwed over sometimes with liquidators if they're lying to you about how many units they have, because the thing with the liquidators is if you're buying the whole lot, that's fine, right? If you're getting all the products to yourself, that's fine. Now, there is a risk that other liquidators could have had those products, so you still run the risk of that. But if the liquidator is lying and saying there's only 5,000, you're getting all 5,000, but then in reality there's 30, and then you got 6 or 7 Amazon sellers who all got 5,000 units of a certain product, it's not going to be a good day, especially if it's not moving that well. So that's another important thing is bankruptcy. Bankruptcy also being if the amount of money you're being paid out from Amazon is, less than, if the amount of money you're being paid out by Amazon is less than your statement balance, and then you're negative, and then that starts a cycle of interest fees and penalties from American Express or your Chase cards or wherever your credit cards are, and then that can lead to very bad things down the road. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Get my free Amazon cheat sheet down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.